I looked up Geoff.
And then bringing all of that to bear against raiders during
the cozy game. Kudos.
Yeah. At the top of the game. Two, the APAC seems to resonate with recent movements of America's Doge. With such eerie points of convergence with reality, I can't help but feel that there is a significance worth noting in contemporary times regarding how connections will be redefined in Death Stranding 2.
Do your own thing.
Was revealed in one of these.
Wait, did it start? Just yeah. What's wrong with this? Oh, this is this one. Oh my fucking god! Oh, there we go. The fuck?
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the game.
Wait, what the fuck was that? What is this?
and then bringing
Why is this one scuffed? Oh, whatever.
Jeff Keighley.
Nice shoes.
I love the energy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Summer Game Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games. Now, every year we have
Wrap it up, Joe.
Lots of great games. More than for who is thinking ventures, pretty credo. Our
You think you're the harbinger?
Wait, that guy's sexy. Souls-like?
They know naught of your nature. You're a weapon.
Did they just... Yeah, dap them up. Whoa, these video games are so violent. Very violent video gaming. It's no wonder the youth of today are so perturbed. It's making you want to be violent. Cheeked up. Oh, it's not a Souls-like. It seems more like an action slash. Mortal Shell. Dude. Yeah, commentating the Summer's Game Fest like I'm a Walmart shopper, suburban
that
mom.
looked great. Well, we got lots more to come, but right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, sabotage.
Star Wars.
Bad feeling about this.
Hit him with everything you've got.
Oh, it's Fortnite?
The great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Shoes.
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer Game Fest. It's great to have you here. We are so excited for DS2. So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS1 が出た後にコロナになったの
Well,
で、
we hit the pandemic after we released
僕ら皆
DS1.
さん、コロナを体験したと思うの
Everyone
で、
experienced
コ
the
ロナを
pandemic.
体験した中での
So,
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted to
それをも
show
う一度ゲー
something
ムをプレイし
new,
ながら、
connection.
考え
I
て
don't
いた
think
だ
they're
き
product
after we
placement shoes. They're probably
faced
just
the pandemic. So I
sneakerheads.
want everyone you to think about that when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking
A lot
about
of
playing
boys
the
love
game,
their
it's coming out later
shoes.
this month, but right now I know you prepared a special.
Welcome.
Is she
Have a seat.
typing with like 500 PSI or something?
Over here, please. Gag.
It's like dum 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 dum. It's a little laptop.
No smoking, please. So you are Neil Varner. Mm-hmm. What do you do? For living?
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil,
Nah.
What?
Thanks, pizzeria.
so you made it then.
Guys
So.
and gals, I hope you all have
Why
a
she keep saying
wonderful-
so?
Sorry.
You really don't remember me.
The girl. You're alive. Stop! 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 Stop!
Kojimbo!
So much mystery. Well, that was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here.
Let me get some water.
Tell
Bye-bye.
us a little bit more about this clip and the
Hold on, I
characters
need to
of
get some
Neil.
water and pee.
Lucy.
DS2 で非常に重要なキ
In
ャラクターです。
It's a very important character.
ニールとルーシー。
Neil and
で、
Lucy.
ちょっと詳しくは言えませんけ
I
ど、
can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手に 蟹座の刻印が
You
2人ある
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands
深いつながりがあって、
So they have
これが
this
物語に
deep
大き
connection
く関わってきます。
and
で
reveals
前回
throughout the
ク
story.
リフっていう人気キャラクターがい
And
ま
last
すけど、
time on
マ
DS1,
ッツさんがやって
we
て
have Cliff,
で
who was
物
played
語
by
的には
Mats.
彼はもういなくな
And
っ
of
たの
course,
で、
by story, you
まあ
know,
2では出せ
he
ない
will not be in
で今回
DS2.
ニールっていうのがマ
But
ッツ
this
さ
time,
んの代わりというか、そ
Neo
の
will
同
be
じような
like
役割を担って
playing like the role that
登場
Mats
します。
did for DS2
で
this
まあ、クリ
time.
フすごい人気あったので、
And Cliff was a very
まあ
popular
クリフを超えるようなキャラク
But
タ
I
ーを作ろ
think
うとして、まあ、ルカさん
we
に
have
お
to
願い
kind
し
of
て、
like top that
結構いいキャ
character.
ラクタ
So
ーにな
Luca
ったと
Marinetti was a great
非
actor,
常に
and I
心に
think
残る演技もして
it
い
was
ただ
great.
いた。
He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
も
Neo,
う
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで、
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and
The guy
you
looks
won't have
cool
to wait
there
very
in
long
that
to
picture.
learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the game, live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's just say this is not the last.
Is
that you've
Troy
seen of
Baker
Neo
still
this
married?
weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
ニールのゲームプレイシーンっていうの
Yes,
を出し
I'll
ます
show you
ので、
the gameplay scene of
見
Neo.
に来てください。
So hope you enjoy. Will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much. Hideo Kojima, everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you. All right. And now I'd like to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest. She's along for the party. A veteran games doing the
Wanted to.
So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me.
I like medieval settings so much more than futuristic sci-fi.
I became like them.
Yeah, I don't really like cyber shit.
I took up the sword.
Cyber
Prayed I
swap.
could win
It's kind of
redemption
it's.
through
I
my
find it
deeds.
ugly.
But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death.
I like medieval slop more than cyber slop.
But that's just my story. Go write your own.
Chronicles Medieval. Oh, okay. Is it like Mountain Blade?
That was a very cool new project in a
Bannerlord?
legacy familiar.
I don't really. This is not my interest. Miku.
But that
game. Sonic Racing Cross in day.
And crime.
That looks like the hall. Ew! It's a femboy looking man.
It heals.
Ew! I don't like faces like this. I like manly, rugged men face. I don't like these kinds of faces.
For others, it wounds. And for our world,
I need rugged men.
oblivion.
I am opening a portal.
Our hopes lost long ago.
Thanks, big fan gamer tag.
Hello.
You have the power to change all of this.
Ew.
All of this.
This looks awful. What is the proportions of her neck? Who was the like modeling and designer for this? This looks terrible. No wonder all their faces look so weird.
If time were a weapon to wield.
This is really, I mean, I'm being really mean, but like this looks, I mean, it's not even the anime style. It's just anime style not done very well. What the fuck are you doing?
Could you undo the sins of ruin?
I mean, you can do semi-realism anime and look nice, but this looks not good.
In this time.
How'd you fuck off?
Or maybe the next. You'll find how to save us all.
I'm putting the cat down, right back. Okay, he ran away. Stop it! Stop being ratchet! Stop! I flattened him. Oh, it's Code Vein, that anime game. Well, hopefully they fix the models of the faces, because they look kind of bad. Looking like that in the first one? Hold on, let me see. Code Vein 1. Code Vein gameplay.
And that's over. And don't mind me, like, I'm anime, but the amount of accessories.
It look, I mean, I think this is less exaggerated. Their faces are smaller. I want to see another model. Kind of hard to see. You probably won't be looking at their face that much anyways. see.
Master Syphilis is my uncle.
Nice.
That was a very moody, cool new game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles. Next, we'll step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI for Hire, developed by first-time developer Fumi Games and published by PlaySide, releasing later this year. Here's a quick new look at the game and the reveal of a familiar voice.
There's something rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Crooks beware. Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who would bend the city to their will.
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
And those who do anything to save it.
They won't even know what hit them. Oh boy. Here we go.
Another role for Troy Baker. All right, that's not all from PlaySide. Now comes the announcement of another ambitious project from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them
I remember
for a
when
while
everybody told me, I mean, I don't think it's super similar, but they're like, oh my god, Inky the Bendy Machine's so good. I played it. It was the most fucking boring game I have ever played. I couldn't even finish it. It was so boring. And people praised the fuck out of it. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna give it a try. I hope it gets better. An hour later, I hope it gets better. It was so boring.
This project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium, real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world.
Bendy the Ink Machine?
Guesses? Let's take a look.
It's one of those walking simulator horror games, not good if you're playing for the gameplay. Yeah, and the story is dog shit too. I love walking simulator horror games with good writing and creepy atmosphere, but it did none of that. It was just fucking teenage slop. Because you know what else is walking simulator? Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And that, the dread and atmosphere in that is still holds up well. You can't like Bendy and the Inky Machine unless you're like 15 and you never mentally develop past that. That shit was dog ass. So boring. Oh my god, Jon Snow.
You may think you know how the game is played. But this is not the game you know.
I don't know, they just redo the last 2 seasons. Warhead.
This is your legacy. You decide who wins and who dies.
Okay, what does the gameplay look like though?
Game of Thrones. War for Westeros.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count a million billion suns in the million.
Are we still doing the in current age?
So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. My answer is, maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of atomic heart.
Wait, did they even finish the first game? I played it? Yeah, it was really unmemorable. I think it's because the dev group is very Redditor. Basically the dev group is the kind of people that would be like, even if you look at the bottom of a barrel full of gold, it's still gold. I think titties to these devs are like the keys jingling. It's their keys jingling ability. They sprinkle in some titties every now and then because they know Redditors like it.
That's right. Atomic Heart 2 is in active development at Munfish on Unreal Engine 5, a spiritual successor to the first game with a retro-futuristic world on a global
Who does like
scale.
titties? Well, no one hates
emphasis
titties, but if you're using titties as a crutch because you're writing and your game is not that great, then your titties is just your keys jingling to distract from the bad writing.
RPG elements and
Timbo.
player freedom. But that, believe it or not, is not all from Munfish today.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube. I can still barely believe it myself. When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though. A terrible sense of my own powerlessness. How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
You see what I mean by it's very Redditor? These devs? With that puss. Da cube.
cute little guy. The Cube is yet another new project from Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic Universe on a massive levitating cube. You can see there.
I mean,
where the
I'm also
edges are
just vibe checking, but I have a very, very like strong or pondering feeling that these devs will get really extra defensive about any kind of criticism to their game. It's just a feeling that I have a feeling they'll get really defensive about certain
constantly
things.
rotating to create unique
Just
gameplay combinations that are ever
an
evolving.
Orby feeling.
All right, let's jump into the Marvel Cosmic Invasion universe. The new retro beat 'em up coming to PC and consoles this holiday with multiplayer fun for up to 4 players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters to play, but so far, only 7 have been revealed.
Rocket! Are those sand slashes?
Oh my world. What is this place? Also, you don't have a chance.
Parry slop! Yippee! My favorite time. We're just adding slop at the end of every genre now. Parry slop! Yay!
Musashi! We both want the same thing, Musashi. But there's only room for one at the top. And it won't be a coward who runs from jewels. Words never did work between us, did they? Sasaki
Waiter, more sword games, please. Way of the sword. Waiter, more swords, please. Feet. Ew, why is her hair red? I don't like red hair.
That was a new look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely
Red
switch
hair's ugly.
gears.
It reminds me of the sea lies with like the perm puff hair, and then they wear leather gloves driving their fancy SUVs.
I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years, as a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline. It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it. Here is an unexpected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting
Comedic
action.
storytelling?
Check this out.
Chincha?
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
Is that a bindle?
All right, you little sack of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got. What? If you're gonna be champ,
Is this movie slop? I would love it. I love movie slop games.
don't waste my time.
Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die!
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb load. This meat ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jab, jab, jab.
Can I parry?
Super fun. Got to wish list that, right? All right, well, next it's time to see the announcement of a brand new game in Deception We Trust.
Deception Among Us?
An ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the chosen find their way here. Gathered from every corner of the earth, divided yet bound. Wolves and lambs. Engaged in a perilous dance of wits, a game where truth is but a shadow. Enough theatrics. I'll get to the point. Killer N is a murder mystery action game. The killers
I remember playing this shit on Gary's mod. What's it called in Gary's mod?
Kill someone, and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by rooting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up. Buy items with the gold you earn. Loot chests for weapons and armor. Steal items, blow up opponents, poison others, place traps. Discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if a game like this has too many mechanics, it actually puts people off.
Invitation.
Because no one wants to learn what 10 different characters do.
That was Killer N, a 24-player multiplayer game from Square
24
Enix,
player? Oh,
in a
pass.
game
That
of
seems
life or
like
death
way too
using
much
social
brain
deduction skills to win.
capacity to fucking
What's
figure
been
that shit out. I'll
Talking
just
about
play
our
Among Us.
trailer, which will tell you more about coming later this.
Breathe. Let your body settle into a slower rhythm. Clear your mind of all distractions. You
Why
don't
not
have
just
to
play
walk this
Among
path
Us?
alone. Surround
I
yourself with
don't think more mechanics
resourceful
equals
friends.
better.
Here, you are in control.
Oh god. DEI Raiders? What does that mean? Did it come from Asmongold's chat or something? I don't know, this person's weird.
That's right, everyone. Arc Raiders is coming October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats.
It was
to
just a
Embark
person
Studios.
running
Alright,
through
dude,
some
wait,
unknown sci-fi stuff. What? Asmon Viewer or Icarus posting? Probably Asmon Viewer because great name. Yeah, I mean, is this that Dune game? They did mention it's no longer MMO. It's just survival crafting now. They took the MMO off of it. Can this be your next Chalamet? Is there PvP? Yeah. The PvP is more late game. Dunk Awakening.
I saw my world fall to ash, consumed by the void.
So many action RPGs. Wait, that was my prediction too. Fuck ton of action RPGs.
Try as I might to quell their advance. 'Twas all for naught.
Hey, it was like, you need to stop doing that, cause it's like not funny anymore. It was already not funny after the first time. I get you have a verified badge and you really want to put it on to make sure everybody can see that you're verified, but stop it, please. Go hang out in the partner lounge at TwitchCon or something.
Neither man nor God, living nor dead.
Lots of big action RPGs.
Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate?
No, the Splitgate guy hasn't come out yet. I saw screenshots of that person.
You need only take my hand. Return to the past.
I don't know if it's a Souls-like, but it's probably more hack and slash.
Every hero's tale begins with a trial. But the true lead of the
it's an MMO? Really? Oh, didn't know that.
Whatever's coming next cannot be easy. I will never forget my cause.
What is more compelling to you, sir?
Just as he once came to me, filling that dark tower with light. What happened while I was out? So I hear you're looking for someone? The victors show no mercy to the defeated.
If I think, okay, so I have a theory. I think a lot of these voice acting probably doesn't sound really good. It was because a lot of the good voice actors were on strike, so they turned down a lot of auditions.
Worship strength.
Remember there's that one trailer that we saw yesterday that sounded really bad?
Crave glory. I never doubted that you'd end up here. I'm really curious.
There's feet though.
What ending have you penned for Septimont this time?
A rat in the vessel.
If he is on strike because of AI, Well, there's like that. There's like the general AI strike, and then there's also the Hoyoverse strike thing. But a lot of voice actors are on strike. Yeah.
Tiny nuisance. I know all your secrets.
Did they cancel another VA who got a job? You mean the guy that got the new Genshin voice?
That's Mio Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now as part of Next Fest. What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platform.
I don't think you won't have any AI protection unless you're with Union.
Where everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you today.
Unless you can somehow secure in your contract as an indie voice actor, non-union, with the person that's hiring you to tell them that they will not be using your AI in the future, but good luck getting that because they're probably only hiring you because you have really cheap non-union rates, and if you can somehow manage to negotiate something that they will definitely want to take advantage of your AI voice in the future, they'll just go with someone who they will let take AI voices of their future without their permission and without having to pay royalties or fees. So that's why they're more likely to work with non-union voice actors because they don't have that protection, and it's a lot harder to argue for it in their contract because they're very, very small fish. Make sense? Basically, it's complicated. Thanks, Inuyasha. Co-op time. A lot of brain-dead gacha players thinking unions are bad. Yeah, it's I think the main criticism that I do understand about it is like, because you have to pay $3,000 to join the union, and if you don't pay, you can't join the union, and you'll be cut out of a lot of projects. Unfortunately, the union's like kind of strong-arming Hoyoverse and doing all that is like very aggressive and do cut people out of it. But unfortunately, there's not a lot that people can do. So if you're not a part of union, you do get fucked. And the other side of it is people who are under the union are more likely to have AI protection and are more likely to have a collective bargaining ability because they're part of the union and be paid union rates because they have to eventually make back that 3K. And I do understand they pay a yearly fee or whatnot. So basically, you jump all the way to the conclusion is if you're not able to join union, you get fucked. Yes, that is unfortunately the realistic situation. If you don't want to join the union and you still want to make a living as a voice actor, very, very unlikely and impossible. Realistically, you're going to have to get a second job and that you won't be able to survive on your own. That it's like, I'm being very pragmatic and really realistic. So a lot of the posturing around the anti-union is like, oh, they're forcing people to do this. They're like fucking up voice actors who are struggling to get by. They're doing this and this, but it's like, it's really complicated. It's not exactly a black and white issue. If you can't join the union and you're now homeless because your only income is voice acting, realistically, you have to be an adult about that.
What a really unique and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
Betrayal burns because it can only come from someone close.
The Red Dead looking Mafia game?
An enemy can't hurt you like a friend.
Are you playing Liza P? No, I thought it was kind of whatever.
Sono Enzo.
I didn't like it that much.
I work here. My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here.
I already saw this trailer. Every VA actor you know says it's naive to think you can live through only voice acting. Yeah, but it's like to play devil's advocate, because the kind of people that will be arguing against the union for in terms of all the shitstorm going on is they will posture in a very like emotionally appealing way to be like, what, so you don't think indie voice actors should be paid more? Like you don't think indie voice actors should survive? Like you're okay with them being cut out? It's like, well, no, that's not what I'm saying. It's just they have to be realistic. And then when you actually lay it out with them, lay out all the facts and whatever and ask them, okay, so what do you think now? They go back to their original talking point that appeals on emotion and not what is a realistic solution. And I think the biggest like one of the a massive vibe check I got from that is when I saw some Reddit thread of people going like, yeah, the union's a mafia, blah, 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 and then people kept linking this one video that came from a drama farming channel. And I was like, you watch that without a grain of salt, you believed everything that they were saying, and you were using that as your solid, conclusive evidence to support your opinion.
Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to
teach them a lesson.
Only gives benefits to people who earn more than 30k, so paying 3k to not even get benefits like health insurance kind of cringe. Can you show me where it says that? Because I actually want to know if I'm gonna talk about it somewhat. But then you're also paying, I mean, then that's another thing, is like, do you want to go non-union VA and you want to be VA as your full-time job, or union VA, pay 3k, get union standard rates, or do you want to keep doing the undercutting thing and try to get as many jobs as possible? You still have to pick. And if you're still posturing to be anti-union because of that, then sure. You're also getting paid, yeah, so you're getting paid, okay, for example, I will give you a for example, to make it like more, maybe if you have some numbers, you have a better idea. Non-union voice acting job, anywhere from $20 to $40 an hour. Union voice acting job, anywhere from $100 to $200 per hour with a minimum hour per session. So even if you only record for 30 minutes, they have to pay you for 2 hours of work, for example. The downside is, as in union, you may have to work specific union approved projects and union projects. And there may or may not be like a lot of the arguments being used is very emotionally charged and not pragmatic of coming to the conclusion of the issue.
It's family. Loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo?
So they have.
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just
Yeah, so they have like a very, I guess, short-sighted view of it. According to the data, more than 80% of the guilds earn less than 26 from acting each year. Yeah, so then I'm telling you that if you want to join the union, do you think that having the higher pay once you're in, actually you can earn it back? Or do you want to keep undercutting people and get thrown in the market where you're known for your low rates, known for your undercutting, known for being able to take on any job you want? Do you think that you can make more doing all that than being union, where you have no protection? It's really just up to you. Whether or not you qualify for health insurance, that's a whole, I feel like that's kind of a different topic. The topic is, how much do you think VAs can realistically make?
wait till you see this next game.
And I think if you can't pay the 3K to join a VA union and then you get pushed out of non-union projects as a voice actor, unfortunately, there isn't a lot you can do. Your best bet is to save up money, join the union, and have protection. If you can't qualify for health insurance, then you can't. You just try to make do. It's like, if I didn't have a tablet and I had to draw with my mouse, I don't get mad at other people for having a $3,000 setup where they can draw better, they can run better programs, they can draw bigger canvases. I just try to make do with mine until I can save up for it and then do it. But it's not realistic to expect that you will immediately be paid a full-time wage off of being an indie VA, non-union, where most of your hiring will be because companies want to hire the cheapest voice actor. Because if a union project, another thing that I've talked about, the nuance of like hiring a non-union versus a union voice actor is, do you think as a non-union project that's hiring, do you think you got hired because you were the lowest rate or because you were the most talented? For a union rate that has a bigger budget, do you think they were hired because of the lowest rate or because they were better at the job? So actually, I would say that for non-union work, you're more likely to be hired because you were simply cheaper. But then for union projects, because they have a higher budget and because they're expected to pay union rates, they're actually more likely to hire more skilled voice actors.
Voyages captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
They try to convert non-union to... Yeah, and we already explained that. They do that, and then the whole anti-union stance about it is still like... So what do you expect? Are you now therefore anti-union because they did that? You can't keep posturing, like thinking, oh no, think of that 1 or 2 voice actors that are now starving because this project became unionized and they can no longer get work. Actually, it's still easier for them to get work than union because they're striking right now, but then they can keep undercutting other people as long as they're not in the union or like the project is in union. They can keep doing that. So, isn't the 5th time saved in the past year? I think people just get caught up in their emotions and they kind of only have one talking point is, oh no, but think of the indie VAs that are being pushed out. Think of them being pushed out. Well, yes, they are being pushed out, but you have to look at the bigger picture. Super TF game. Do I do voice acting jobs? No.
Hello, Summer Game Fest. I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces.
Yeah, one of the massive drama problems with the union drama thing happening with Genshin is Paimon's voice actor is like, she's probably gonna block me on Twitter for this, but she is seriously need to log off. She needs to stop.
You
what
might
the
have
fuck
grown up
she's
with
doing.
on Nickelodeon.
She
some
just
with squirrel suits, thank
Oh
you.
my
Some
God.
with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been
I
about
mean, there was
why-
another problem with what she said. She was like, because she was scabbing. She was supposed to be striking, but then turns out she was still taking work when she wasn't supposed to because, is she even, she is union, right? Yeah, she was scabbing, so that means she was taking work when she wasn't supposed to because they were on strike. She is in the union. Okay, but she was like, she was scabbing because she, was advocating for striking, and then she actually wasn't striking, and she was like taking more work on. But anyways, she was like, her excuse was, well, I have to because I'm disabled and neurodivergent or something. And then I was thinking, so you have to scab because you're disabled for money. So you have to scab. So do you think disabled people who don't have voice acting as a income just died because they couldn't voice act? Like disabled people who cannot depend on voice acting for income, did they just die?
wild worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I'm thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yee-haw!
Is it Ashley DA? But she does sound like a voice actor.
A great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most
Yeah, there's a lot of
team of
scabbers.
adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to.
Sponge Bob l'Éponge?
Imagination! Go big, go burn!
It's been almost 2 years since players first stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P.
Well, if I
Overture
said
is a
anything
DLC
inaccurate, let me
expansion
know.
to Lies of P that transports players back in time with new
I
characters,
don't- I try
environments,
to
and of course, imposing
be
enemies and
accurate,
bosses. Here's
but I
the
can't
exclusive
cover every-
new look.
I can't cover every corner. He's a peep. I thought that was a beautiful man. She was a woman. Right, I enjoy this for heavy. I think that some of the movement and controls are really smooth. It felt like I was lagging every 3 frames. I didn't really like it. Yeah, it was really stiff. Kazan was really fluid.
Yes, that's right. Overture is available today across all platforms to play, so enjoy it this weekend. All right.
I'm okay.
Next up, the small video game publisher Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado, shared this game with me a few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest. I think you might get a kick out of this announcement, too.
What? Ew.
I sit at the front of the dinner table where you used to be. Five plates full. Plates of food. Plates of tomatoes. Plates of egg. Plates of angels. Plates of her legs. Beautiful.
They were a happy family until they weren't.
Plates and plates. The garden is lush and green, and dinner's ready.
Where's the Doki Doki in this? I think they just meant like Doki Doki as in it has anime girls and it seems cozy, but it's actually not. So we're gonna use his popular title, name dropping it, and try to like hype up people who know that title. I can translate things for you, don't worry.
And
Oh, so this is actually more Tectone's dad's game. Not Tectone, his dad. Something sins of the father. Well, he's not convicted. His dad is convicted on 14 counts. I don't think, I mean, this looks more like a single player RPG. Unless it's not?
5.6 is available today.
Oh god, Claire's scared.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Human Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
You're seeing me live in real time.
Squid Game will be coming to UEFN.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
Death Monster Dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
We altered the
Oh my
course
god, John game.
of nature.
That's a this is a fucking John
Unleashed
game.
Genetic power.
Oh, this is
across
Jurassic
continents.
Park building?
Now it is up to us to nurture.
I have one of these games in my Steam library.
To find hope within this chaos.
Yeah, I played a few of these.
Well, to help life find a way.
Oh my god, Japan? Jurassic World, but Japan? I bet John can point out so many inconsistencies in the dinosaurs here and be like, well, actually, this model of this dinosaur is outdated because they recently uncovered another fossil that showed they had an extra vertebrae.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games.
Hi, Celia.
10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game.
That
Shovel
dress
Knight.
is dangerously low. Does she have
Today,
tape?
I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP.
It's giving
Mina
me
the
anxiety.
Hollower. Mina continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll next.
It reminds me of that Harry Potter Game Boy game I played that was super old. It was a goog-ass game. We're just adding the word slop to every game we see because it's
All
trendy.
right. This is a
What is
special
it,
one. Our
Pixel
next game
Slop?
comes from a well-known developer. that
Jeff
has done-
Slop.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right. Well,
French slop. Perry roll slop.
Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means three things. Number one, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And three, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, waved. All right, let's take a look.
Deadpool?
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a
Neil Patrick Harris. Culmination is the latest.
Yeah, I had to borrow somebody else's Steam account to play the old Deadpool game a few years ago because they had to pull sales of it because of like copyright licensing laws.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats. God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
I never played Dying Light. Zombie sloth! Apocalypse sloth. No, I never played Dying Light.
I don't care how high his walls are, or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Gun slop. Knife slop. Melee slop. Slop slop. Action slop. Kyle slop.
Chemical factory south of the city. The Baron's men operate out of there.
Then I'll go there and fucking kill him.
Watch out, guys. We have a badass over here.
There's the big news. Dying Light the Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows of adolescence, the bonds of friendship, and the nostalgia of growing up. Mixtape comes from Beethoven and Dinosaur, an Annapurna Interactive, and this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
Blue Sky game.
What are we doing?
Hanging out, getting buzzed.
I've got to get out of this place.
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look back
I'm
on
too
your
old for this.
greatest hits.
Yeah, I would call this puberty slop. Pube slop.
Who is it? One moment.
It's the pigs, darling.
Shit.
Teen slop.
This year, experience a retrospective.
I did that shit in
like
university.
no other. Beethoven
The
and Dinosaur
shopping cart, riding a
invites
shopping
you
cart
to
with somebody
relive
else, like,
the teenage
pushing
riot,
on the back and
to
going down the
spend
hill.
one last night together before school's out forever.
Teen slop, I'm telling you.
And with a soundtrack this good, it's gonna be one hell of a night. And The Cure. I love The Cure. Experience it for yourself.
Okay.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Pube slop.
I trust you have seen it. A beautiful world where harmony reigns.
Vicky.
Will you struggle until your last fleeting moment?
I thought he said your last freaking moment.
There is no escaping them.
Are you freaking ready?
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
On your guard.
This is gorgeous. Take this. And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power. Savor each moment.
Now, get ready. Everyone, are you with me? We will live on in this world. No
That
matter
fish
what
guy is
hardships
hot.
await. We fight for a future.
I mean, well,
filled
that
with hope.
Onimusha way of the sword looks good.
Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
We need to
beautiful game.
fuck
That
the
was
koi
global
fish.
announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer
Japan.
in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
They left me with nothing. No justice. No peace.
We're gonna see mention.
Just names on the wall.
Indo.
The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
Sleeping dogs. Jay Cho, isn't Jay Cho like 60 now? Is the raid that movie that's kind of greenish and then they go up the staircase and then they have to go down the staircase and there's an elevator and then they hides behind the walls and then he gets a knife?
Bad.1.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal.
Yeah, I am also looking forward to what solo devs can make and showcase at Summer's Game Fest. I hope we see Pirate Software's game in the next Summer Game Fest.
Tribute games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
I will play his game. I will play the shit out of it. Wait, Toronto? Did I just see the Eden Shopping Center? Toronto slop.
Scott Pilgrim's back
You mean
with his
Toronto?
fist flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure. With a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, we're going to be right back. But first, we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Is that the big woman?
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So
she looks like the guy with the pants in Star Wars.
The price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around. Now
Kylo Ren.
This foolishness and make your decision wisely.
Sail, yippee! Oh, this is the video with the butt jiggling. The jiggly butts, I think. This. Oh yeah! So I guess there's no stealth missions in this. Unrelated, but you know, did you know that some gacha games that only have women, their fans and players get really mad if there's any male character in the game at all or whatsoever because they don't like the idea of any of the girl characters interacting with a man in the game at all. Like, they'll be really mad, so they cannot add any. And they cannot even hint that there's any male figures in any of the girl characters' lives.
Since the dawn of time, humankind has been obsessed with the hard.
Is that Ghost from Call of Duty?
Now, a glorious morning has dawned on something that's simply harder. Scum.
Does this have mass multiplayer servers? This is a streamer big server. Streamer big server slot.
What are you doing here? Come with me. At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head.
Cyberbone?
In years. I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's...
He kind of looks like that guy with the angry eyebrows.
It's just knocking to get out. I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me. Diaz, you were a good soldier.
Got a really big mouth.
Don't make a part of your future. It's activating.
Hitman? What he doing there?
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of IO Interactive.
Oh my god, he's bald!
We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, You may have noticed
I have a
Agent
sponsor for
47
this
will
game.
be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City.
Next week.
This week,
That's why he's familiar.
This week we finally revealed 007
Well, I'm allowed
First
to
Light
say
to the
that
world,
guy's face has a
and your
really
reactions
big
were
mouth.
heartwarming. It's coming in 2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Name Jane, Bond Jane. Yeah, I think I did call him ugly in a past stream, but I'm sure it's fine.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with
Mikkelsen?
suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game. at
Why
the
did they
casino
make him so young looking? He
on
needs to
a
look
chic
like an
in
old
Paris.
fuck.
Our clients have deemed this unacceptable.
Make him a
I've
silver
admired
fox.
These people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient.
Oh, that's
for
what he
this
looked like in
pie,
the
well,
movie? I didn't
She likes
watch
a
it.
drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is
Hello.
turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
He was 20 years younger 20 years ago? No way.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
Le Chiffre.
There you have it. Hitman and 007
Matt
are coming
Mikkelsen's
together
face
in a
is
very
so cunt.
unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year.
If it was
However,
ethical to preserve
Hitman is
humans
live
and I had
right now.
infinite resources,
So
I
thought,
would keep
why wait?
his face.
And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
I would be a face
That's
collector.
right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
Hello.
Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is.
Yep, that's it. Leave.
I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoots of the Schiffer once again, I did not.
Mads and
hesitate to
Kojimbo
want-
in the same building, and Kojimbo's bouncing on Mads' crazy style while Geoff is bouncing on Kojimbo, and then they just have a train bouncing into the high heavens.
But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
That's the bitch who has my money. Bitch better have my money.
So this mission
Pay
is
me
set
what
in,
you owe
in a
me.
casino in Paris. We want to make
Turn
an
up to
homage to
Rihanna
the,
while the
movie
whole
Casino
club
Royale,
fucking
while keeping
wasted.
surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills.
Yeah, I mean,
700
For a nail-biting...
It's an action-packed contest to collect the most
ding
golden
dong.
bricks.
Don't act like you forgot. I called the shots.
Or hindered by evil monsters. We've got more bricks. Those were
Wait, Lego Party? This looks like something Super would be into. Mario Party
A new
swap.
team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venturing.
1 second, I need to pee. Don't act like you forgot. turn up to Rihanna while the whole club fucking wasted.
Into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Space slop. What do you call this art style? I don't like it because it looks like children.
Danger. Reactor overload.
Color slop. Oh wait, I think I saw a trailer for this in another game showcase show a while ago. It's familiar. What are you fucking doing, Hachi? I'm going to put you down.
Laser valve installed.
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying. Is that the artifact?
Guys? I think I got the artifact! Okay, let's get out of here!
This'll be good.
Come on! Let's go! See you chewing on that wire. Don't pretend like you weren't chewing on it.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived and passed their knowledge.
Why are you guys saying Hades Slop? We don't even, there's no gameplay.
Sisto, in his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight. You harbor it too, I see.
It's not a Hades Slop, it's a Hades Slop. Damn, how'd you guys know? Pre-orbing? Punchy! Fucking eating my wires and shit.
Pray the vultures consume you.
She's being ratchet.
Before the blight does.
Cool. Not be playing that unless I'm sponsored.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right. Next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new One Fish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment.
Stop being ratchet. I mean, it just looks like gun slop. Punchy! I'm killing that cat. Oh wow. Inspiration from Resident Evil Village, I see. Oh my god, that looks like that was like that one Super Bowl commercial of the weekend where he's like running through the hallways.
Poor little babies. All right, Mecha Break is one of 2025's most
Wait,
anticipated
I had
shooters,
two.
with its previous
I had
beta
two sponsors
amassing
for
over
this game.
300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wish-listed game, players are clamoring to know just one thing.
John, I
when
fucking
is the
killed your
release
cat.
date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
No, yes.
Growing market.
I already know what it is, so I'm not interested. Unless they pay me again. In that case, I'm interested.
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
Why am I so evil? It's in my tags that I'm evil.
Mechanicals approaching.
Holy shit, it's a glorp shitto.
We must now face a stark reality.
I hate Punchy because he always leaves his little hair on my face and I feel it tickling me.
The industrial civilization we were expecting to join is no more.
Front yard slop. Are they bullet sponges? They better not be bullet sponges.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
Infinitesimals. Infinitesimals.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ、あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。それでは、これからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary.
No gameplay slop.
Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
What is this, WWE?
Let's rumble. Alice. All right. Viper.
Is he natty? Oh, he's Kenny? Oh.
Street Fighter 6.
Juggle swap.
Flag time, baby.
Julia's ring. Get him, y'all.
You have two? McCree? Contrarian swap. Team Fortress swap. Sniper swap. This looks like the kind of game that's gonna, if they have the budget to sponsor a bunch of streamers to play in a streamer tournament and then nobody touches the game ever again after a week. Fuck.
Adios.
Demo Man swap. You have two swap. Hat swap.
Wish list now.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
Souls swap.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends.
I saw parrying.
What will it take to finally awaken you?
Beat swap.
Gotta rescue them. This is what we gotta protect. We cannot choose when people's dreams get snatched up by hate.
Find resolve, find master kill, find judge, find method, find you find capital, find ghost face killer.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
What?
Find them.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan? Presented by Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. And is
My college
Guild
takes me far
Wars?
from
What year is
home,
this?
Where shared struggles form fast bonds.
My greatest advantage? Adaptability. Their greatest weakness? Me. My story.
My story. My story is yours.
I'm good. What, they just bought us to celebrate double EXP weekend? What? They don't even have anything to sell. Genshin slot. Yeah, let me look at that logo too. Jesus. I'm alright.
I took a bullet, I died, I came back. Here we go. And I met Johnny Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
Another relapse, huh? Get well soon. Maybe it's too much for someone like you.
Alcoholic slot?
Delusional. It won't always be so easy. You still look a little unwell.
Oh my god, Splitgate. I turned down a sponsor for it
Hey
because
guys,
they wanted me to
I'm
play they wanted me to play like 60 hours of it or like 30 hours of it or something. Like, no, I'm okay.
Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
These are some Reddit talking points. Except there's like a little piece of hair on my face I've been trying to. Sorry, 1 second. That's why I freaking hate Kitty. He just leaves his little hair flying everywhere.
With Splitgate
Yeah,
2,
I turned down the sponsor because they wanted me to do like a 30 hours of streams for it in a month. So I would have to stream it like 2 or 3 times every week, every stream. And I was like, that's way too much.
ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now.
Are they paying 6 digits? No. They did not pay me 6 digits for that, so I said no.
Awesome.
Oh my god, this guy thinks he's eating right now.
Play of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
Just look at that water placement, expertly done. This is the epitome of sport. They are splitting savants and jetpack geniuses. The movement is so fluid, so fast, you can't stop it, you can't catch.
Can he complete the comeback he's going to try? He shoots! He gets the kill! Now that's how you portal! They're not done yet! They got one! They got another! They're going to do it! They're going to see that! Oh my god! They did it! They actually did it! And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're in.
I already said no.
Now we are honored to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
I pray when a song in my heart ever fits within love, wherever I'm feeling blue, let us
Is he a private detective? Private investigator? Yeah, we're calling everything slop because it's funny. Trench coat slop.
It's time I close my eyes till
We tanked that.
Got a name? Mako Daito. Daito. A Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one?
You can't say that word.
So, what are you then? Sana.
John face! He has John face!
Sana.
John face! John slop! That's John slop.
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. It's now new studio rangers at this scale are honored.
Cop slop? They're typing like this?
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
This is definitely an Asian studio.
My office.
Oh, coming.
You can tell by how they make female faces. It's harder for me to tell on men. They all look very like baby. They have baby face.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that.
Baby face slop.
We found another body. One that
I
exhibits
love
the same
bodies.
pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
Analyst slop. Body slop.
I need your eyes on the crime scene.
Crime slop.
The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered.
Murder slop.
Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Thing's polar bear.
Stay close.
They're coming. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you
Brap slop.
are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Hope.
Everyone's gone.
Zombie slop. I knew it! I knew her face was Asian developers. East Asian developers been here. How can you tell? Baby face female characters.
There you have it, Resident Evil Requiem. And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Yippee! Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to
Small
its
face,
launch
big eyes
on
with your
February
WeChat,
27th,
yeah.
2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise. All right, that's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone?
RE9 before
Good
GTA
job.
6?
Lucy got to see the trailer for the
Before
first time.
Heartbound?
Too.
Oh, I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right, well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend. You can watch and to highlight
Wait, so
even
what
more
else are they
games, including
showing?
the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place.
At some of
the great game.
Day of the Devs. Oh, it's not actually 3 hours.
Video games, your entire game is dead from video games. Committee this 10 early by now. Digital
fashion glamour settings in which
Pokemon Snap.
Grab. As you visit each menu, you will snap Crew's chances. You'll use your photo.
Oh.
Hunt. Apologies.
And more than 10 characters.
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out
Holy
Tapes'
shit, it's the
Tally
yoga
Ho
guy
version,
from GTA
which
5.
you might recognize.
Thanks, yoga guy. Hope you had a good stream. That unbeatable game is good, really? Let me give it a sniff. Oh, it's rhythm. How am I so tired?
A hypnotic platformer that was passed over by Devolver Digital.
New JCS? I don't even like JCS. JCS has I've lost interest in it because I think JCS fell off. I also agree. Or I don't know if his like thing changed, but I know there was one video that was like kind of he got backlash for it, but it wasn't even that. I think even the older stuff, a lot of it, I mean, I know that it was his title is like criminal psychology, but a lot of it was just, to me, not interesting because I'd rather hear more about the crime, not how they fiddled with their balls for 10 minutes, which was an indication of guilt because he's just making shit up for 90% of it. And it wasn't even like entertaining.